clearly I gotta clean up a mess. So do that first, and then it'll be time to kind of get back to this whole tractor thing. I just gotta put some stuff away. I've been running around lately, as usual, really. So I just gotta get back on track. These holidays just really mess me up. I don't know about anybody else, but once I have a break from something, getting back into the swing of things is pretty difficult. So I'm gonna clean up what I got here because I got most of it. I got my toolbox here that I need to do something with right now. It's currently right in the way. Actually, it's not really much in the way other than the toolbox. I just gotta clean up my bench. I got my rods out and everything. Gotta put them back where they belong and get this tractor steering done so I can get it driving. And I gotta put my curtains up. That's gonna be a necessity at some point. But let me just get this stuff put away for now. Tractor parts. There we go. How's everybody's weekend so far? There we go. I'll leave that there. That's gonna go in my truck. I just gotta put things in it. The reason why I'm in this predicament in the first place. Hang this foot up. Good. Tools away. Back where I need them, really. This is gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna need that bar. That's a chisel. I'm sure I'm gonna need that for something at some point. All these spent rods need to go. Am I a Gabe owner? You'll have to explain to me what that is. For now, I'm gonna need those. This one's time. Oh shit. Ow. What's going on, Lee? Nice to see you again. Well, I guess nice to hear you again since I can't really see you, but I think you know what I mean. These over here for now. Put them there. This is going to go over here. Thank you, sir. This is a Western Welder shirt. If you want one, westernwelderoutfitting.com. Use my code, StickmanFab, 15% off for you. such a nice guy. Well, so tonight I'm I was gonna do some tractor work, but if there's something that anybody wants to see, can I pin that? Can I pin that? How do I comment? Honestly, I don't know how to comment. But, yeah, westernwelderoutfitting.com. Oh, there we go. I don't know if I have a pen. Western Welder. Here, let's do this. Does that help? I'll leave it right here in case you need it again. But yeah, people love these shirts. They contacted me a while ago to send me some stuff to try it. And still wearing them, still loving them. So they're good shirts, they really are. You got it, no problem. There we go. All right. Let me put this filter mill over here for now. I'm gonna need all of it. Also, I was gonna work on the tractor. I gotta put a couple things away real quick. But is there anything that anybody has any questions about or anything anybody wants to see? I kind of enjoy doing demonstrations for people. So for those of you who don't know, I have a online live classes through the YouTube channel. $10 a month. You can learn how to load live with me. That's the live sessions tier. You know, I'm going to keep doing lives like this every night or every morning. So stuff like this is free. But if you want to actually learn how to weld and actually go through kind of a program with me, I can teach you how to do, you know, stuff in your garage. I give you live feedback and all that fun stuff. So, but for today, like I said, I had plans on working on a tractor, but is there anything that anybody wants to see in particular? Maybe they heard a rumor or want me to test a myth of some sort. Anything like that somebody's come across with? Or maybe an explanation on stick rods, careers, inspection, stuff of that nature. let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna go work on the extractor. Sucks. I got stuff thrown everywhere. Oh God. I feel like I can never get ahead. I'm also trying really hard to grow this channel, and it's proven to be harder than I thought. It's starting to get frustrating. But that's okay. I'm gonna keep at it. Came here to see some welding. I will not disappoint. You just have to give me a few minutes. I'll put a couple things away. Don't you worry. I shall not disappoint. Anyways, all right. So, what welding do I need to do here? A whole lot. There's a kind of funny story behind that. It's more along the lines of the same thing. I have, in the field, used a weed burner and a piece of steel in order to cook hamburgers. I've also hooked up my welding leads to an iron in order to make, it wasn't really a grilled cheese, it was like a panini of sorts, I guess. Pepperoni and cheese melt, more or less. I'm sure there's a bunch of things. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but in all honesty, stuff like that in the field, it's kind of the norm. What do I got here? All right, I can show you. So, may not be a whole lot. Cooking out in the field. There's a lot of that out. Sadly, I shouldn't say sadly, because it's my own doing. I'm not in the field anymore. That's strange, but okay. I'm not in the field anymore. I was in the field for a while. I stopped field welding about, I guess 2 years ago. Went into inspection, and then I became an instructor. So I kind of do, I instruct full time. I pick up side work being a inspector, but I do a lot of, that makes a lot more sense now. I do a lot of field inspections and welding education out of school. Is welding hard to get into? Yes and no, all at the same time. So it's not hard to get into because there's, no, man, that's not true at all. I used to say the same thing, but it's just not true. How are we going to teach you how to weld if you don't have instructors that know how to weld? Anyways, not only that, I like being home. It's kind of nice to be home. Yes, I did weld. That was my forte. I welded pipe for a long time. I still do it here and there. I still get called every once in a while to do something. Every once in a while, I'll do a favor for a company who I still am very friendly with, and every once in a while, I'll still go test and I'll do some fab for them in the shop. Not very often, but every once in a while, they need an extra hand. Anyways, getting into the field of welding, it is. Excuse me. I'm not going to say it's easy to get into, but it's also not very difficult. If you want to be a welder as a career, you can do it. There's many avenues to take. Many avenues to take. So if there's any interest at all, you might have to put some work in to do it, but it's not something like, oh, you want to be a welder? Well, there's only a handful that can actually get in the field. Like, no, if you need to be good, where do I instruct? Can I say that? Yeah, I guess I can. I instruct welding at Universal Technical Institute. Yes, it is hazardous to your health potentially if you don't take the necessary precautions. The problem that I have is that I got into welding by accident. And what I mean by accident is I was looking for something to get into. I thought welding was cool and interesting. So I just picked a full-time job where they needed help, and I talked to them. I said, well, I think about going to welding school. And they said, well, you come on full-time, I'll teach you how to weld. And I said, all right, well, deal's a deal. So 18 years old, jump on with them. They taught me how to pipe weld with stick. And then as I got into it, got my first certifications and whatnot, the more I did, the more interesting I thought it was. So I ended up not doing just stick welding. I did combo TIG. I did some MIG fabrication in the shop. That's really all you can do. MIG welding pipe is in the shop. You can't really do that in the field too much. And then I did do some dual shield, not a lot at all. But yeah, that was kind of where that went. I was going to work on the tractor, but I just had a brainwave. I need to get this exhaust system done. Any current projects for me or like out in the field? No, that's true. I mean, I'm not going to say you can't learn. I'm not going to say you can't learn how to weld in the field or by yourself. You certainly can. And if somebody who has shut up. You most certainly can. The thing is that one problem with that is that you can develop some bad habits. I'm not saying you will, I'm saying you could. Well, you're in luck, Orion. You're on a channel that does live welding sessions. So for 2 Fridays nights a month, for $10 a month, I go live and I teach people how to weld. I just started it. So if you want to learn how to weld, I can teach you how to weld from scratch. You don't have to have your own equipment to start. You can just kind of, what the hell? If you want to just kind of, there we go. Listen and learn from that. You can. I go into great detail when I do that, just so you know. But yeah, so check that out if that's something that you're interested in. But yeah, $10 a month is what I do for that. I just started it, so the next date is, let me see here. Next date is January 24th. Oh no, it's not that expensive. For example, I'm gonna get started on this here soon. There we go. All right, I'm live on that now. So, for example, the machine that I'm going to use, I'll show you. I'm working on this for a guy, okay? It's a motorcycle exhaust. This was done with a $500 TIG welder. Okay, I'm using the S welder TIG 200P. This machine does everything I want it to do. They're not expensive. Honestly, Now my classes right now are just starting stick welding. I am going to get into TIG, especially if there's more people interested. But you can pick up a stick welder for $125, $130. It's halfway decent. I mean, even the Amazon welders, they work. They're not great, but they work. And two, the machines that I'm running here, everything that you're seeing on my channel, for the most part, I'm doing it on a 120 volt outlet. I'm not using 240. I do use 240 for some things, but most of what you see is off of 120. This exhaust system that I'm going to do right here, that I'm going to start on, I'm running on a power strip hooked right up to my bench here. So yeah, it's a thing. But yes, if you want to learn how to do welding stuff, $10 a month on my channel. Become a live sessions tier level member. And the next date is January 24th, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to go through, I'm going to start with stick welding unless anybody else has any other ideas. And I'm going to start stick welding with 6013 to show people how to use it. So yeah, I mean, $125 for stick welder. Let's see where the rod's at. And then, you know, something along the lines of another $100 for a can of 332 6013. Get into framing. You want to get into framing, should you go with a small company or a big company? That is a very good question that I have not had yet. And with a I'm going to give you a very complex answer. And it's based, now keep in mind this is all based on my experience. Everybody might have some different experiences. In my experience, to learn how to weld and get started, I like to go with a smaller company because they give you more of a personal engagement. Bigger companies, they'll invest a lot more. Bigger companies will invest a lot more money in you because they have more room to wiggle. They can stand to lose some versus the small companies can't. However, I feel like the smaller companies get you more engaged in the stuff that you're doing. So you're not going to learn just welding. You're going to learn everything behind getting into the welding part. So my recommendation would be that. I know somebody would say something different. Like I said, the one thing about big companies is that they have more money to spend. So you're going to get a lot more and potentially a lot better education. But that personal aspect is a big deal for me personally. That's my 2 cents, at least. I should say that's my experience. Because I worked for both. I worked for a very small company and they gave me a lot of resources and were very personal with me. But I've also worked for big companies and they threw a lot of money to get me qualified for a bunch of things. So I guess it does go both ways, really. But it's whatever you're most comfortable with. Please feel free to keep asking questions. Even though I'm doing this, I check that chat very often. I like to engage. I like to talk about welding. So I wanted to work on the tractor, but this is kind of in the back of my head. I really need to get back to TIG welding. But if this is something you want to learn, get on the membership. Get on the live sessions membership, $10 a month. And you can send me a message, put a comment in saying that's what you want to do, and we can do it. Let's get this off. I'm just going to melt the tape now. Dear me. Now, if you know anything about welding, this is TIG welding, so you won't see any sparks. Matter of fact, you're not going to see, it's not going to be very dramatic at all, which is why I like it so much. It can also do very complicated and very detailed work with TIG welding. I might just hope that stuff burns off. Anyways, this, where did my rag go? There it is. So I'll clean this off with some acetone. Alright, I'll clean these welds off. Make sure all the crap is out to the best of my ability. TIG welds, the cleaner they are, the prettier they are. Alright, get my hood on. We're gonna get rolling on this. I don't have a lot of argon left at all. I'm gonna try and use this up tonight so I can get another bottle tomorrow. Whoops, didn't plug it in. That would help significantly. Okay. There we go. Okay. Got the purge going through it. Had it purged for a good 5 minutes now. Should be enough. Yes, this is a Lincoln hood. I really do like this hood. This is a Lincoln 3350. Viking 3350. Very, very, very clear lens. All right, let's get into it. Wish I could get you guys a little closer, but the machine's kind of in the way. Oh, I should go. Ah, I can do that. There. Oh, nice. Is that a little better? A little closer. There we go. Right where I am. Let me pull my extension cord and plug that in. There we go. All right. Get this thing fired up. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, I didn't really want to start there. I'm gonna rotate it a little bit. I try to start every weld on the inside here, at least for this system, because it hides my stops, because there's that other part that's finished is going to snake through here, and it's going to kind of cover my starts and stops up, so just makes it look more linear. At least that's the idea. All right, now I just got to calm myself the fuck down. Yes, I'm purging with argon through the bottom at about 10 CFH. Feeling good. Let me turn the amperage up just slightly. There we go. All right, that's a little hot. That's a little too hot. I'm gonna go back down. I think my amperage was just fine. This is the part that I don't like. We keep hitting spots that are kind of harder to reach because of the way I fabricated this. Oh boy. That's hot. That's hot. There we go. Let it cool down just a a minute here. Okay. Get in there good. I wish this process was not so long and so detail oriented. I wish I could do this a lot quicker because it gets to the point where it's just old. I mean, I enjoy it and it calms me down through the day, but it still gets old. Okay. I'm hoping this stuff burns off before it gets into the weld. I'll be pretty upset if it does. Let's start down here. worked. Make sure you hit that like button to make me famous. I'm just kidding. Hit that like button so this stuff goes around so I can teach more people how to do stuff like this. Because everybody says they want to do it, but then they just don't do it. There we go. Right across the center like that. Huh. Huh. Why is it not charging? That's interesting. Uh-oh. Spaghettios. I don't understand why that's not working. How about now? How about now? Well, I've never had that problem before. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Hey, wake up. Is it on now? Yeah, it's on now. All right, now we're charging. My reel must be bad. There we go. That was strange. All right. beautiful, crazy, can't help but amaze me. Ow. Go. Well, we're doing good right now. So far so good. How much argamon do I have left? Not a lot. No, I have not done that, and to be honest with you, I've kind of been afraid to because I don't want to screw it up. I put a very high expectation on myself, and I get very frustrated when I don't meet it. So I haven't gotten there yet. I do want to try that, but we'll leave that up to Dad Wellington for now. Look at me go. What time do I got? Needs more cowbell. That's a funny. You made a funny. This is where I need a flex head. We need to set that post gas to a little bit higher. A little bit more post gas. Wasn't quite long enough. All right. I'm getting down to the last bit of this gas bottle. I think I'm just going to keep going until I run out. uh, can't tell you how many times I've heard that one, to be honest with you. That's an oldie but a goodie. Here we go now. Yeah, that's a better post gas there. If you like me, I'll like you. Well, even if you don't like me, I'll still like you. But do me a favor and like this video, just because. Let's turn around the other way. Make it a little easier to get through. A little bit of an awkward bend on that one. I think it's stuck. I'm what? I'm halfway there. Halfway there. Start there or straight? We'll start here. Start right there. Good so far. Now this one's got a little bit of a space to it, so I gotta be really careful not to overheat this material, otherwise it's just gonna fall out and make me angry. Cut that ball end off. getting somewhere. It's getting a little bit of an awkward spot. Whoops. Almost there. One. All right, let it cool down for a minute. Don't want to overheat the stainless. I'm kind of close to doing that already. How's everybody's night? Oh, I've always wanted to do this. I don't know why. Ow, just burned myself. I don't know why I've always wanted to do this, but here it goes. Don't tell me that wasn't cool. That was pretty cool. Well, let's go. Getting somewhere, getting somewhere. I know this is kind of daunting and boring to watch, but it'll be worth it in the end. I'm getting tired now. I'm gonna lie. Ew, that turned out gray. What happened? Ooh, I'm running a little low on gas. I may have to stop. Where am I at? I'm not getting the flow that I want. Yep, I'm gonna stop. because if I will kick myself if I end up burning this out. And I'll start a little bit grayer than I want. All right, so I'm going to be done with that until I get a new bottle. Which is nice to know that I could get that far, because I've got, I don't know, 2/3 of the way on this one, on a new bottle, and I finished up that one. So I got done, I could get done an entire spiral exhaust with a 125 bottle. All right. Well, since I have a little bit of time, I'm gonna put this away, and then I'm gonna move on to the tractor. I got a little bit of time that I can spend awake. And we're going to use it to my advantage. So for now, this will be done until I swap bottles out, which will probably be later this week, or this weekend. So, right. Now, that light went out. I don't know why it went out, but it went out. Next project on the to-do list, since I have the time, is this ginormous thing. And yes, I called it a thing because that's what it is right now. It's just a thing. A tractor. I got to get the steering together at the bare minimum. Oh man, I'm getting tired of this. Got it. Walk it out somehow. Come on. Ta-da. Right. That, not gonna lie, was not enjoyable. Where is my steering? I got a steering bar right here. Okay, that's this. I had a little pin. Oh, right there. Perfect. Beautiful. This pin goes in here. That was dumb. Why did I do that? One piece at a time. This bar on here. Bolt. Probably get a washer for that, at least two. Regular washer, no nylon washer for that. Somewhere, stainless washer? Nope. There's stainless washer. Bigger washer. One. Not surprised, I need to make another modification. Okay, so this is not. Hold please. I only got my back to the camera. There we go. Alright, so that linkage, it's in here with this string axle. I just got to cut this out a little bit because it doesn't quite reach. Of course, I'm not going to sit here and just try and make this perfect right now because I'm probably going to rip this thing apart and redo it the right way, whatever the right way is. Take this, just sand it down. There we go, that's better. Okay. That's going to sit in like that. It goes in here like this. Hi. Everything is hand tight right now. Just to make sure everything lines up. I think that's going to work. Oh no. Drat. Alright, well I can fix that. That's not a big deal. You know, I thought it'd be easier to make steering linkage for this. It's not. I put a bunch of stuff together. This is a pain in the ass. Let's see how much room that gave me. Not gonna be a take off a lot, is it? No, not a whole lot. This is getting annoying, by the way. I'm getting frustrated by the second. Okay. I need to modify this bracket just a wee bit. I think that'll do it. There. And make a little cutout. Okay. Now let's see what type of clearance we get. Oh yeah. That's actually almost perfect. Okay. Well, let's just pin it and see what happens. Photography. Come back here. There we go. That's pinned. Sweet. That means if I turn the steering wheel, we're relatively straight. Here we are. Uh-oh. Oh. Alright, well, I can deal with that. Okay, new problem. This pin is much too long. No matter. That just means I need to make it shorter. Where's my marker at? Go. Come on now. Where's my little bitty hammer at? There we go. Just need to cut that down a wee bit. Make a mark, cut it down, and then okay. And the eyes have it. There we go. All right. Now let's see what it sears like. Wow. All right, well, that's not. cool. Let me show you. So there's the original pitman arm. I made a bar, and it goes under that big old pulley that I put on there, onto this contraption here, which is basically a whole nother pitman arm. So then, when I turn this wheel, it spins, it turns, and then I'll add tie rods to that out here to turn the wheel. Now this is all by theory. I don't know how this is gonna work. We shall see, I guess. Here's my tie rod, made out of a sway bar end link and an all-thread coupler. These will go right here. And this one will go over here like so. And then with any sort of luck, I might actually be able to turn this goddamn thing. Oh. I didn't think about that though either. I may have to cut these off and do them again. These are too low. Unless do something like that. But I still need to make something that'll work. No, I'm gonna have to make these differently. Well, that's not true. That's not true. See how much space I got. So I can make these roughly 9.5 inches, which means I need about 20 inches of bar. I have 18 inches of bar. Well, that should work. 9 inches and 9 inches, that should be fine. So I gotta thread it, thread them in. Let's thread them real quick and then, what time is it? Yeah, let's thread them real quick, then I'm gonna go to bed early today. All right. This is my cheat code right here. Okay. We got a threader kit. Those are 1/2-inch couplings. So I need a 1/2-inch threader. Those are all 3/8. What's this? 1/2 by 13. That's what I need to take a little thread die right there. I'm going to thread both sides of this bar. Get some good lubrication on it. Get it as straight as I can. Ah! Come on now. Hey. Thread die is actually pretty sharp. Usually a 1/2 inch thread die with these little handles, I'd be fighting this. This ain't too bad. As long as it's going on straight. Yep, it is. Oh, fucking asshole. Oh, you fucking bitch. Stay in there, man. How much threads do I... Like an inch of threads? Oh yeah, I'm there. All right. Whew, boy. Pretty sharp. Oh. There you go. Unthreaded section. Do the other side now. It's starting to hurt a little bit. Oh! A little more. I'm a little tired. A little bit more. Another revolution. Oh boy. Second side. Done. Going pretty well. Alright, so let me find the center of this thing. I'll cut it straight in half and use the whole thing. 1'6" 1/4", 18 1/4. Fine. Yeah. Ooh. Cut this down. Got it. Okay. Then, by the powers that are vested in me, I have bent the shit out of this rod, and that's going to be a problem. Phew, I bent the hell out of that one. Either that or the threads are crooked. Those might be crooked. This one's better. There's one. There's two. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to build a bracket that brings these up higher. These need to be like way up here. That's not that big a deal. But hey, I have proof of concept now. Now the question is, let me loosen off these bolts up here so I can actually turn these and see how much, theoretically, I can get. All right. Where is my favorite wrench? Right in front of my face. So the way I have this designed is, well, kind of poorly. Not gonna lie. Okay. So, as of right now, oh, come on now. All right. As of right now, I got it, so that is straight. If I go, yeah, that's what I was worried about. Good news is I'm gonna have plenty of angle. So that's straight. That's straight. Holy shit, that's plenty of angle. Look at all that steering angle. All right, that's not as bad as a design as I thought it was. Cool. There. I'm digging that. I really thought that was going to be a lot worse. All right. I'll take it. Now it takes like half the turn of the... That's what I'm worried about. It only takes like half the turn of the freaking steering wheel. It's going to be snappy. That, there. What's it hitting there? Or is that just the end of the throw? I don't know, it might just be the end of the throw. Alright. That's insane. That's a lot of turn in a very short amount of steering input. Let me see it again. Yeah. That. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, well, I guess what's the worst that can happen? Lose control and fall off of it? Kind of hoping for something a little less dramatic. Can't make that small. I can make that smaller, but that's only going to do so much. All right, well, that's, for now, I guess that's just going to be what it is. So I need to modify these brackets. They need to go way higher. Yeah, they need to go way higher. And then I have to put this tensioner pulley somewhere. I'm also going to make a bracket to tie down the rear end a little better. And I got to hook all the linkage up for the brakes, or for the rear brake. That's going to be interesting. And then measure for a belt. Pick a belt up, throw it on, and see if it works. And then if I like it, I'll make a gas pedal for it and clean it up a little bit. If not, well, then that was nice try. Try again another time. Actually, what I'll probably do, rip everything off, keep the frame, and put the frame on another something. Oh, come on. Yeah. All right. Guess it's going to be it for now. Thank you everybody for watching. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you later.